In the first video, I gave you a description of public communication campaigns and examples of campaigns and the main types of campaigns. In this video, I will describe to you the 10 steps that you need to take to conduct a large-scale communication campaign. Now, it's important to know that this 10-step approach is only my suggestion, based on a number of campaigns in the old days and a number of campaigns today. It's not the only approach that you need to take. In fact, campaign designers rarely adopt all 10 steps fully. And this is usually due to a lack of funding, lack of preparation, lack of experience, or not enough people to work for you, or not enough qualified people to work for you. Again, we're talking about large-scale communication campaigns here. There have been very small ones across the world, like offshoots of the Me Too movement, or offshoots of the Black Lives Matter movement. These are generally independent of any corporation or state institution, and they're conducted through online social media without proper organization, preparation, or funding. Now, don't get me wrong. There have been campaigns that started as a small initiative, like a hashtag campaign online, and that quickly exploded into a universal phenomenon. The best example that comes to mind is the Me Too campaign that started as a hashtag in 2017 and that soon had astronomical success across the world. But there's a catch. The Me Too hashtag campaign was started by a celebrity, Alyssa Milano. If you're watching this video, most likely you are not a celebrity or a highly influential person in your city. So let's get down to it. In the first step, you need to define and select your topic. Before designing a public communication campaign, communicators need to reflect on the relevance of their topic for their target audience. The core issue of the campaign does not automatically have to be a trending phenomenon that will thrill the public. Making the public happy should not be the objective. Rather, the issue in question should be of a genuine concern to improve society at large. In the second step, you need to set goals and objectives. Goals are broader than objectives. Goals are broad targets that stipulate what the campaign looks like in the grand scheme of things. They give you a general idea of the outcome and behaviors that the campaigners hope to achieve. On the other hand, objectives are more specific. They give you a clearer picture, a more detailed picture of the desired outcome, and they're also open to assessment and evaluation. In the third step, you need to analyze and understand the situation beforehand. For example, this can be done through a SWOT analysis. SWOT, S-W-O-T, stands for strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. A SWOT analysis will pave the way for planning, conducting research, and creating the ideal communication design of the campaign. In the fourth step, you need to define your audience. Audience analysis is the study of the intended public of the communication campaign. This can be done by analyzing the cultural diversity of the audience, the demographic diversity of the audience, like their age, their gender, their race, their country of origin, their region of origin, their socioeconomic status, their education, their occupation, their religion, and even their language. And you can also look at the individual diversity of the public, like their values, their attitudes, their levels of knowledge, their expectations, their needs. In the fifth step, you need to understand the timeline and the budget. For large-scale communication campaigns, a determining factor for global visibility of your messages is funding. If money is an issue, campaigners can always turn to government funding in your country or even outside your country. This could be at the national, regional, local level. For example, here in the state of Florida, they can help you. You can also turn to NGOs, to non-governmental organizations, again, in the United States or outside the United States. In the sixth step, you need to choose appropriate media. For massive campaigns, a mixture of traditional media and online social media is the best option. In regards to online social media, it's important for the campaign designer to understand audience engagement on social networks based on a 3-number rule, the 90-9-1 rule. According to the 90-9-1 9-1 rule. The percentage of those people who are highly motivated, who contribute so much to online content, those intense contributors, is only 1%, as opposed to occasional contributors, that's 9%, and 90% of passive users. In the 7th step, you need to develop optimal message content. For example, should your campaign start with a press release? What kind of catchphrase or slogan should campaigners use? Should the message be straightforward or should it be politically correct? As a rule of thumb, campaign messages ought to be simple. So keep the message simple. In the United States, a simple message is usually articulated at the 8th grade level. That's right, at the 8th grade level, which is the level of most advertisements and magazines. In the 8th step, you need to avoid monologic communication and instead interact with your audience. Monologic communication is a one-way street. It's a form of communication that tries to command, to compel, to manipulate, to confuse, to misinform, or to exploit people. So the audience here is viewed as an object to be exploited for self-serving purposes. Rather, what I advocate is dialogic communication, a two-way communication form of talking to the audience, a two-way street where audience members share their opinions, where they provide feedback to campaign communicators. Audience feedback can be done online. In the 9th step, you need to update the campaign with timely, relevant, and accurate information. To be able to achieve positive outcomes, we must be mindful of the events that occur during the course of the campaign. Any event that can impact the final outcome of the campaign. This is why timely, relevant, and accurate information is of utmost importance. In fact, campaign strategists should ensure that they fact-check their own messages. This would be much better than being corrected by your own public, especially if they find errors, because they can and they will. Finally, in the 10th step, you need to evaluate the overall campaign. Now, what is meant by evaluation? Evaluation is a form of judgment or measurement of the success, the value, and the relevance of the campaign. Now, there are many online platforms that allow you to do that. Let me give you 2 examples. The first example is Google Analytics, which is a free service that will allow you to observe, measure, and give you more information on website traffic. Another way is tagging content, which will allow you to identify what online content has been accessed and for how much time. It also gives you information on content like page views, video views, likes, and share. So I hope that those 10 steps of public communication campaigns were helpful. And I would like to thank you again for watching this video. And let me direct you to my new book on public communication campaigns, Fundamentals of Public Communication Campaigns, published by Wiley, one of the oldest academic publishers in the United States. My book gives you 550 pages of information and more than 700 essential concepts on that subject. I'm Jonathan Matusitz, Professor of Communication for the University of Central Florida. Thanks for watching.